January arrives like a surprise house guest you forgot you invited. 1 minute, you're living your best life. Your body's primary food group is things someone else baked. And your schedule is a beautiful, glorious mess of late nights and even later mornings. You're wearing pajamas as daywear and no one can stop you. Then, bam, the calendar flips. Suddenly, you're supposed to be a completely different person. A person who wakes up at 5 a.m. to run a marathon, invent a new form of sustainable energy, and organize their spice rack alphabetically. It's a lot of pressure. Your brain is still half asleep from the holidays, and your body is wondering where the cookies went. You look at that crisp, new planner, and it just stares back, judging you. This moment, this strange, confusing gap between the festive chaos and the quiet expectation is completely normal. It's not a sign that you've already failed 2026. It's just the January fog. Let's talk about the January wobble. It's a real thing. It's that feeling of emotional whiplash. You go from 100 to 0. December is a month of sensory overload. Bright lights, loud music, endless conversations, a constant supply of rich food. Your social battery is drained. Your sleep schedule is a distant memory. Your body has been running on sugar, adrenaline, and goodwill. Then January 1st hits and the world goes quiet. The parties stop, the relatives go home, the cookies are gone, or you've hidden them from yourself. Your brain, which was buzzing with activity, is suddenly left in a silent room with nothing but its own thoughts. This is where the myth of instant change does the most damage. We see these New Year, New Me posts and think we're supposed to magically transform, shed our old skin, and emerge shiny and new. But that's not how humans work. We are creatures of habit and momentum. You can't just slam the brakes on your holiday habits and expect to immediately start a new set of perfect ones. Your body and mind need time to adjust. Forcing massive change when you're depleted is a recipe for burnout. It creates a cycle of pressure, failure, and guilt before the month has even found its footing. No judgment, just data. On a scale of 1 to 10, how functional do you feel right now? Let's call it the functional adulting scale. A 1 is I am currently a human blanket burrito and my only plan is to photosynthesize. A 10 is my inbox is at 0. My meals are prepped for the week. And I feel a serene sense of inner peace. Most of us, if we're being honest, are probably hovering around a 4 or a 5. We're awake, we've put on pants maybe, but the system is running on low power. Write your number down somewhere. This isn't a grade. It's not a verdict on your worth. It's simply your starting point. Knowing your number helps you be realistic. If you're at a 4, your goal isn't a 10 by tomorrow. Your goal is to get to a 4.5 or maybe a 5. The wobble is real because we're asking our tired selves to perform at peak capacity. Instead, let's acknowledge the wobble. Let's give it a name and recognize that it's a temporary state. It's not a character flaw. It's just your system rebooting after a major software update called the holidays. By naming it, you take away its power. You're not failing, you're recalibrating. And that process is allowed to be slow, a little clumsy, and definitely not perfect. January isn't about pressure, it's about rhythm. Now that we've accepted the wobble, let's talk about finding our footing. The secret isn't to build a rigid, unforgiving routine that shatters the first time you hit the snooze button. The secret is to establish a gentle rhythm. Think of it like music. A rigid routine is like a metronome, ticking away relentlessly, making you feel bad if you miss a beat. A rhythm, on the other hand, has a flow. It can speed up or slow down. It's flexible. It's what helps you feel grounded and centered, even when life gets messy. We don't need to become Navy SEALs overnight. We just need to find a few simple beats to carry us through the day. The best way to start is by choosing 3 anchor habits. These are small, non-negotiable actions that anchor your day in reality. They are so simple that you can do them even on your worst, most unmotivated days. For most people, these anchors fall into 3 parts of the day: morning, middle of the day, evening. For the morning, it could be something like drinking a full glass of water before your coffee. For the middle of the day, it might be taking a 5-minute break to step outside and look at the sky. For the evening, it could be a tiny shutdown ritual, like spending 2 minutes tidying one surface before you relax. Try picking just one simple morning reset and one simple evening reset to start. A great morning reset is this: before you look at your phone, drink a glass of water, stretch your arms to the ceiling for 10 seconds, and think of just one thing you want to accomplish today. For an evening reset, 30 minutes before bed, put your phone away to charge in another room, set out your clothes for tomorrow, and write down one small win from the day. These tiny bookends give your day a sense of structure and intention. This is where the magic of habit stacking comes in, but we're going to do it gently. The idea is to attach a new habit to one you already do. For example, after you brush your teeth, something you already do. You can do your 2-minute tidy. After you make your morning coffee, you can do your 10-second stretch. But don't try to stack 10 new habits at once. Pick one new thing. Do it for a week. See how it feels. Once it feels natural, like it's part of your flow, then you can consider adding another. This is how you build a rhythm that lasts. It's slow, it's steady, and it's kind. It's time for a moment of radical honesty. Open up Pinterest or Instagram, and you'll see images of people with perfect morning routines. They wake up with the sun, do an hour of yoga, drink a green juice they grew in their own garden, journal for 3 hours, then run a small country before breakfast. That's lovely for them, but now look at your own life. Small children, a demanding job, a long commute, a cat that likes to scream at 4 a.m. Your routine needs to be designed for your real life. This is where we define your minimum viable January. In tech, a minimum viable product is the simplest version that can be released. It's not perfect, but it works. We'll do the same for your month. Your minimum viable January is the smallest, most basic set of habits you can realistically maintain that will still move you forward. Under weekday maintenance, write the bare minimum to keep life from falling into chaos. Make the bed, unload the dishwasher, check work email once after 6 p.m. That's it. Under weekend reset, list slightly bigger things you can do with more time, like 1 load of laundry, 30 minutes of meal prep, a quick grocery run. This isn't your dream schedule. This is your survival schedule. This is your foundation. A good plan is a possible plan. All right, you're ready to start. But where? Trying to fix everything at once is overwhelming. That's why we're going to use the 3-part reset TTM. It's a simple framework that breaks down the process into 3 manageable areas: your space, your mind, your systems. By tackling one small thing in each, you create a ripple effect of calm and order. You don't need to spend a whole weekend on this. You can do it in short, focused bursts of 10 to 15 minutes. It's about creating momentum with small, satisfying wins. A cluttered environment leads to a cluttered mind, but you don't need to deep clean your entire house. Just pick 3 small, high-impact zones: desk, kitchen counter, bathroom sink area. Set a timer for 10 minutes for each zone. On your desk, clear away old papers and coffee mugs. On the kitchen counter, put away the appliances you aren't using. In the bathroom, wipe down the sink and organize your daily products. This isn't about a major reorganization. It's about creating small pockets of visual peace. This little boost makes it so much easier to start and stick to other routines. It really helps. After the holiday rush, your brain can feel like a web browser with 100 tabs open. We need to gently close some of them. Find a quiet spot and take 10 minutes to reflect. You don't need a fancy journal. The back of an envelope will do. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. First, what was one thing that genuinely mattered to me last year? Second, what is one feeling I want more of this month? Calm, energy, focus. Third, why does getting my rhythm back matter to me personally? Write down short, simple answers. This exercise reconnects you to your why and turns chores into meaningful choices. Finally, we reset your systems. Life runs on systems, whether you've designed them or not. We're just going to do a quick, gentle checkup on the big 3: time, money, energy. For time, open your calendar and block out 1 non-negotiable hour for focused work and 1 30-minute block for rest. A whole month can feel daunting, so let's shrink our focus to just 1 week. A well-planned week gives you direction without the pressure of a long-term plan. The key is to be intentional, not just busy. Instead of trying to do everything, pick 1 single theme or focus for the week. This focus should be small and specific. For example, your focus for this week could be get more sleep, clear my email inbox, plan my dinners. By choosing 1 main theme, you give your brain a clear target. To structure your week, you can use the simple 5-3-1 method. It's a way to organize your tasks so you focus on what truly matters. Here's how it works. First, list 5 small, easy tasks for the week. Schedule that dentist appointment. Take out the recycling. Reply to that 1 text. Then identify 3 main priorities that align with your weekly focus. If your focus is sleep, your priorities might be no screens after 9 p.m. Read a book for 50 minutes before bed. Get 7 hours of sleep at least 4 nights. Finally, you choose 1 anchor ritual. This is the 1 steady habit that you commit to doing every single day of the week, no matter what. It should be something simple and grounding. Morning glass of water, a 5-minute walk at lunchtime, or your 2-minute evening tidy. This anchor ritual is your constant. It's the beat that keeps your rhythm going. The 5-3-1 method helps you see your week clearly. A handful of small wins, a few important goals, 1 unshakable habit. Your calendar is not just for appointments. It's a tool for managing your capacity. Block a few chunks of time as do not schedule. These are your buffers. It could be 30 minutes between meetings to decompress, or an hour in the afternoon for deep work. Learn to say a gentle no. I can't make that meeting, but could you send me the notes? Let's be honest, the January reset isn't just about organizing your pantry and scheduling your week. There's an emotional side to it, and it can feel heavy. After the warmth and connection of the holidays, the quiet of January can feel lonely. You might miss the constant buzz of activity. At the same time, you might feel a wave of guilt. Guilt for resting, guilt for not being productive enough, guilt for eating that last piece of pie. It's easy to fall into a spiral of self-criticism, which kills motivation. The most important part of this reset is to shift from guilt to compassion. Treating yourself with compassion is a practice. Talk to yourself like you would a good friend who's having a tough time. You wouldn't tell your friend, "You're so lazy for sleeping in." You'd say, "You must have been exhausted. I'm glad you got some rest." Try speaking to yourself with that same kindness. When you feel that pang of guilt, pause and say, out loud, if you need to, "I am starting slowly, and that is okay. I am allowed to rest." This isn't about excuses. It's about giving yourself the grace to be human. Compassion fuels sustainable change. Guilt is a dead end. Use simple, practical tools when emotions pop up. One powerful tool is the 1-minute breath. When you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or rushed, just stop. Set a timer for 60 seconds. Close your eyes and focus on your breath moving in and out. This interrupts the stress cycle and calms the nervous system. Another habit, simply name your feeling. Instead of vague dread, say, I am feeling tired right now, or I am feeling pressure. Naming it reduces its power. Bring someone else into your journey. Share a small goal with a trusted friend. Text, my goal this week is to drink a glass of water every morning. It creates gentle accountability and connection. As we build these new rhythms, it's easy to fall back into old patterns of thinking. We can take a beautiful, flexible rhythm and accidentally turn it into a rigid, punishing structure. Remember, the point of these routines is to support you, not to control you. The structure should feel like a sturdy, comfortable trellis that your life can grow on, not a cage that traps you. Life is unpredictable. Some days you will be on fire. Other days, the cat will throw up on the rug. You'll be late for work. Your brilliant plan goes right out the window. That's okay. On those days when everything falls apart, the goal is not to force the entire list. The goal is to do just one tiny thing. Did you miss your morning reset? Fine. Can you still do your 2-minute evening tidy? Yes. That one small action keeps the thread of your rhythm alive. It tells your brain, even on a bad day, I can still do something for myself. This is the mindset of progress over perfection. Schedule your rest just as seriously as your work. When you see 30-minute rest block on your calendar, honor it. Think about the progress you've made so far. Acknowledge that you are trying. That in itself is a huge win. Quick call to action. In your head or on paper, pick one word as your reset theme. It could be gentle, steady, simple, consistent. This word will be your anchor. When you feel yourself slipping into perfectionism, come back to it. January is a warm-up, not the main event. It is not a final exam on your worth as a person. It is a gentle, forgiving, and sometimes clumsy process of remembering how to be a functional adult after a period of joyful chaos. You don't need to have it all figured out by the end of the month. You just need to be a little further along than when you started. Write your word on a sticky note and put it where you'll see it. Let it be your quiet reminder. You do not need to be perfect to begin. You only need to be willing. You only need to start. So start with one thing, just one. Do one tiny morning reset tomorrow. Drink that glass of water. Do one small evening habit tonight. Tidy one corner. Check one bill. Take one deep cleansing breath right now. These are the building blocks of momentum. Each small, deliberate act is a vote for the person you want to be. January will pass. The pressure will fade. But the small, steady changes you make now will last. You will find your groove again. You are allowed to rebuild slowly. You are allowed to be gentle with yourself. You've got this. Subscribe for more life, career, and identity reinvention content. And comment your 2025 reset word or intention. You know that moment in January when you can't remember what day it is, and also your planner is staring at you like, ma'am, please. January isn't about pressure, it's about rhythm. This video helps you shift from chaos, clarity, and rebuild routines you'll actually keep. This isn't the month for a brutal, military-style overhaul of your entire existence. No. January is a warm-up. It's a chance to slowly rebuild your life. It's a chance to kindly rebuild your life. It's a chance to gently rebuild your life. January isn't about perfection. It's about remembering how to be a functioning adult again. Bonus humor. After 2 weeks of holiday snacks for breakfast, it's time. We're going to find our rhythm again. Not a rigid, punishing routine, but a gentle, flowing cadence that works for your life right now. It's about taking small, deliberate steps that feel good. It's about clearing a little bit of space, both in your home and in your head, so you can breathe again. This is your permission slip to be a work in progress. This is your guide to moving from that "now what" feeling to a quiet, confident, "okay, I've got this." The goal here is not perfection. The goal is progress. The goal is to end January feeling a little more grounded, a little more organized, and a lot more like yourself than you did when you started. Forget the grand sweeping resolutions. This year, we're starting with a reset. A gentle, forgiving, and incredibly effective January reset that you can actually stick with. Because the best way to start a new year is by being kind to the person you already are.